If light traveled in rays, and rays are spaghetti, then I just have two questions for you. One, would this observer be able to see the base of this lighthouse? And two, how did I manage to bend the spaghetti into near perfect arcs?
I'm pretty sure by now nearly everyone is familiar with the concept of a physical horizon on a globe. Your view would be limited by a line tangent to the surface. The farther the target, the less you will see above the horizon. The higher you get, the farther that tangent and the horizon will be, and the more you will see. Simple, right? But let's consider a perfectly flat plane. We don't need to get higher on a flat plane to see farther. No matter how far away this lighthouse is, we can always draw a straight line to any point of it. So how could there ever be obstruction if the Earth is flat? Consider rays of light arcing or bending up away from the surface as they travel from the object to your eye. This is known as upward refraction. When rays have an upward arc, they will form a tangent with the flat ground, limiting the path for the lowest rays to travel. Since the eye perceives these rays as straight line paths relative to the angle which they pass the lens, we see downward displacement or optical sinking of the information carried by these rays. To clarify, upward refraction describes the path and arc of light rays, which produces an optical effect which we call sinking. Rays below a certain elevation will not have a path to the eye. Rays initially angled down more will hit the water, and angled up more will miss the observer completely. This is where getting up higher will allow you to see more or farther on a flat plane. With upward refraction conditions, there will appear to be a close horizon, and objects will appear more and more obstructed with distance, just like a physical globe. In fact, if the curve of the path of light were equal to the supposed curve of the Earth, the perceived optical effect would also be equal. Well, technically not perfectly equal. Refraction effects weaken with greater angles of incidence, but for most terrestrial observations, upward bending of light rays viewed on a flat plane would be equivalent to straight lines on a curved surface of the same radius. So, if light were bending up across a flat plane, perfectly arcing with a radius of 6,371 kilometers, the visual results would be indistinguishable from a curved Earth of the same radius with no refraction. If light were bending up with an arc radius of 7,432 kilometers, or 76R, we would expect to see a slightly larger spherical Earth appearance. The larger the apparent radius, the less light needs to bend up. So what causes upward refraction and sinking? In general, it is thought that rays traveling through an increasingly less dense medium will bend upwards towards the more dense medium above. But this involves more explanation and is a good topic for another video. And if you want to see the effects of upward refraction, or any type of refraction for that matter, check out my live streams. I'm happy to demonstrate anything that I can show a realistic simulation of in my light curve calculator. That's it for this video, but I'll try to cover other refraction conditions and optical effects in similar videos. Thanks for watching.